Okay, so hi guys, let's get started. I know that we're still waiting for some people, but let's get started. We're at the end of the unit. We've been doing some extra materials from the last session, the last lesson, and we're just going to continue, keep going through the extra materials, and then we might have some role plays before our break and then the end of unit test. So if I remember, in our extra materials, we're on the second page. Are we up to number 3? Hi, Solange. Or Letizia or Solange? Oh, that's good to hear. Letizia, is that correct? Solange, sorry, yes, that's good news to hear. So I'm glad you've passed the course. And your son will come to make sure that your classes for the next level are ready. So I'm very well, thank you. Very, very well. So number 3, is that where we're up to?
Yes.
Number 3? Good. Okay, so Sally is at not university. We have to change the words to make it a sentence. So Sally, the subject. Unit 1?
This?
Yes. The extra materials, yeah? Number 3, is that right? We're up to here. So Sally, subject, isn't. Remember, subject, verb, and it's a negative, so you put is not at university. Yeah? Number 2, what's that? What? Sorry, number 2? Are they at school? Yes. So a question, we start with the verb to be. So make sure, David, with your pronunciation, make sure you push the they at school. Yes, because I didn't hear it very properly. So you have to push the verbs. Are they at school? That is good. So are they at school? Yep. Question, we start with the verb and then the subject. Different to number 1 when we have subject verb, because that's not a question. That's just something I'm telling you. But number 2, it's a question. So are they at school? Number 3. Yes, so it's a question with the W. So why are you in Australia? So the rule is one of the W's and then to be and then the subject. Same as the question before. To be in a question is always before the subject. So in questions, I'll write a note here. So in questions, make sure it's to be first, then plus the subject. But if you want, you can add one of the W's in the beginning. So you have to follow that structure for a question. So to be is always before the subject in a question. And then if you want, you can add a W. What are you doing? Why are you in Australia? And that's why we have, why are you in Australia? Good. Number 4. Number 3, sorry. No, number 4. So subject, it's not a question. So start with the subject. We are not from Brazil. Yep. We are not from Brazil. Good. So it's not a question. So it must start with the subject and then to be. So they were called affirmative. Affirmative, you start with the subject and then to be. But in questions, you start with to be and then the subject. So this is one rule, and this is a different rule. So we can see number 5. It's a question. So we start with to be. Is subject he from Canada? Number 6. It's not a question. So start with the subject. The subject is, yes, the subject is my children are not at home. So remember, if you want to make a negative, then not goes after the verb to be. So subject, my children, verb, are, negative, not, and then whatever information you wanted to say. My children are not at home. So you must follow the structure. Number 7. Yeah, so subject, the house, verb, is, and then we have an adjective, beautiful. The house is beautiful. Number 8. Yes, subject, I, verb, am, but we want to put them together. So it's a contraction, I'm, and then the not always comes after the verb. So I'm not at work today. Good. So that's using to be. You can see that this is all information about now. My children are not at home. I'm not at work today. I'm asking a question. Is he from Canada? So that's what we have. Okay, number 4. Where are you from? So we have to give answers. I'm from Brazil. What's your surname? My surname is, and you can write what your surname is. Okay, so you can put my surname is and write whatever answer for you. Number 3, are you English? No, I'm not. I'm Colombian. No, I'm not. I'm Australian. So make sure you write your answer. I'm Brazilian. I'm Colombian. Are you married? Good. So we could say yes, comma. Remember, always after yes or no, put a comma. So yes, comma, I am. Or the answer could be no, I'm not. Or you could put no, I'm single. Are your friends students? Yes, they are. That's one answer. Yes, comma, they are. Or maybe no, they're not. How old is your best friend? He is. Yes, so remember we use to be when we talk about age, not the verb to have, which I know in Portuguese and Spanish, because me too, I confuse when I speak Spanish. Oh my God, to have, like, tengo, 30, whatever. It's very confusing for me. Because in English, it's to be, I am. He is 30 years old. She is 30 years old. Who is your best friend? Yeah, good. My best friend is, and you can put the name. My best friend is Maria. My best friend is. So full sentences. Try not to just write the answer, but give nice full sentences as answers. Okay, the next page. We have a little conversation. So welcome to your new house. We're looking at possessive and possessive adjective. So what does that mean? It's different to the subject. So remember we talked about the subject, I, you, he, she, it. But now we're talking about the possessive, which means we want to say we use this when we talk about a noun, not an action. So it's my house, your house, his house, her house, its house, our house, and their house. So that's why we use the possessive, because we're talking about a noun, an object, not a verb, because the subject goes with the verb plus verb, an action. But the possessive is plus noun, object. So that's the difference between the two. So you can see it says, welcome to your new house, not welcome to you new house, your, because we've got a noun, house. The person says, I'm so excited. So again, because we use the verb to be when we talk about actions that have feelings, I'm so excited, I'm so tired, I'm so upset. So I'm so excited. Question, are they my keys? So again, because there's a noun, keys, we have to put they, not, sorry, because it's a question, are, the verb to be, they, my keys. So we've got my, not are they I key? No, are they my keys? Because I'm talking about a noun. And they say yes, they're Mr. and Mrs. Brown's old keys. And now they're your keys. So just really quickly, we add this possessive when we say something is for someone. So my sister's keys, my brother's house, my friend's book. When I say something is for someone else, I must put an apostrophe and an S. We also add it not just to singular, but to plural. And again, this is just the difference between the subject pronoun, I, you, he, she, it, you all, we, they, and the possessive adjective. We know why. One is used with a verb, the other one with a noun. So let's do the exercises. So where is Lisa's mobile? It's on the table. So the first question, where is Lisa's mobile, is a possessive. The second one, it's on the table, uses is. So write is or P. So is this Harry's laptop? Yeah, because it's a possessive, talking about a noun which is for someone, not an action. It didn't say Harry is going to work, Harry likes playing football, Harry is, it didn't talk about an action that Harry's doing. It's talking about a noun that is Harry's, that he owns. It's his. So it's a question as well. We can make it a question. So we have is this Harry's laptop? Possessive. No, this is Tim's. Possessive. P. Yep. Because again, we're talking about Tim. This is his. So in the first one, the mobile phone is Harry's. The phone belongs to Harry. It was using the possessive, so P. The second one, No, this is Tim's. Is the possessive. So no, this is Tim's is possessive. So I'll put a P. Number 3, I think I have Sue's book. Where is she? Yeah, Sue's book. And we have an is here. Where is she? What is the S in the underlined word? Ah, we have to look at the underlined word. So yes, P. I think I have Sue's book. I think I have her book. So Sue's is possessive. Tim's is possessive. Harry's is possessive. She's on holiday. She's. Yeah, is. Yes, we've got the is here. So she's is with the is. So I'm going to put the is. This book's my book. Possessive. Books. Who does the book belong to? Books. This book is. Sorry, there's an is here. So is. No, it's my book. My name's is, because it's my name is. Yep, so names is. That's what. Okay, next part. We've got Harry, Lisa, and Tim. So Harry, if I follow the line, he has the mobile phone. So I could say it's Harry's mobile. Number 2, they're Lisa's books, because there's plural. Number 3, they're number 3, they're whose? They're Harry's sunglasses. Yep. Yep. So they're Harry's, it means it's his, they're Harry's sunglasses. Yep, they're Harry's sunglasses. They're Harry's, or you could just say they're Harry's sunglasses. Because you could see, if I could replace Harry's with his, that's how I know that I must put the S. They're his sunglasses. So they're Harry's. Number 4, it's Tim's camera. Yep, it's Tim's. It's Tim's camera, or the camera is Tim's. I need to put Tim, how are you? With a apostrophe S, because it's his. Number 5, it's the laptop. It's Lisa's laptop. It means the laptop belongs to Lisa. And the last one, there, because I know it's only one shoe, but they're plural. So they're Tim's. They're Tim's trainers. We say sneakers. It's more common to say sneakers in Australia. So they're Tim's sneakers. Good. Let's look at this conversation. We have to put his, her, their, or its, the possessive, not the subject, the possessive. So we must be talking about nouns. Let's have a look. We'll do one sentence each, starting with Edward.
Anna Argentinian, but you Albert.
Anna's.
Anna
Yep, Argentinian.
Argentinian, but her husband.
But her husband, Jacob,
is not from Argentina.
Isn't from Argentina. Okay, number 2. Andres F. His father's Nigerian. Yeah, and his mother's Scottish. No, just one sentence. His father is, that's what it means, yeah. His father's Nigerian. Yep, his father's Nigerian and his mother's Scottish. That's the sentence. Ah, sorry, I have no idea you couldn't see. See my screen. And I'm writing the answers for you. So, his father's Nigerian and his mother's Scottish. So remember, I do put my notes on tablet, so don't worry if you missed to see the answers before. You can look at Padlet. So his father's Nigerian and his mother is Scottish. So that's not the possessive, that's the using is. In the father, that's what I mean. Is here, but we need his. His father is, is. Okay, number 3, David. Anna? Yes. Number 4, sorry, yeah. But starting with Anna has a sister and a brother. Her? Because the subject is Anna. So her sister's a teacher. Her, because we're talking about the girl, Anna, and her brother's a doctor. Yep, so that's the sentence there. Next sentence. He's married, so number 6, Wilda. His wife's, yep, his wife's Italian. Jose? Yes. They have 2 children. No, number 7. Sorry, so they have 2 children, a son and a daughter. Their daughters 10 and their son 6. So that means their daughter is 10 and their son is 6. Not the possessive. This one is using is. So it looks the same with the apostrophe S, but it's not to say his or her, it's to say is. I'll make it a bit bigger. Their daughters 10 and their son 6. And the last sentence, they also have a dog, Silvio. Rex. Yeah. So his name is Rex because it's a male. And his. So usually for pets, we say she or he. It's very common because they're a part of the family. So his name is Rex. It's for object, like the book, the day, it's hot, the sun, it's, yeah. Only if it's pets, not just any animal. Like you can't say the kangaroo. I would say it's, oh, look, my God, look at the kangaroo. It's, yes, more domestic animals that are pets, someone's pet. Yeah. Okay, so choose the correct word. So remember, this is the difference between the subject, let's have a look at the notes, and the possessive. You have to know the difference. One is with the verb, one is with an action. So it's Harry's mobile. Sorry, number 4. So number 4, they did it for us. The first one, our new motorbike is fantastic. Our, because it's with a noun, not an action. Number 2, she. Yes, so she is a doctor. Why? Because we have a verb, to be. So we have to use the subject, the normal subject. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. So she, verb, is a doctor. Remember, we use to be when we talk about job, name, nationality, country, adjectives, lots of things. Number 3, it's a question with the W and then to be and then subject. So I already told you the answer. So where are, but because there's a noun, not a verb. Your, yeah. Because it's not with a verb. It's not saying, where are you working? It's saying, where are your nouns, glasses? Four. Yeah, because father is a noun. So his father is from the USA. There's no action. I mean, it's the noun that comes very close. So I need the possessive. 5, what's its? This it's. No, yeah, what's its name? 6, we, because have is a verb, so we need the subject, the normal subject. We have a house near here. We. 7, yes, there's a noun, so his mobile is on the table. Not he, because I'm not saying he is working, he likes soccer, he reads every day. I'm not using an action. So I'm using a noun. So his mobile, his book, his friend, whatever. 8. Yeah, because there's a noun, mother. So my mother is from Madrid. Number 5. So it's Harry's mobile. They're Jane and Julie's books. It's Lisa's laptop. So how can I change that sentence to use the possessive?
Your laptop.
Yeah. It's her laptop. So it's her laptop. They're my parents' passports. Yeah, they're their passports. That's a tricky one. They, the passports, are my parents' passports. They're their passports. And they read the same. They're their passports. It's my brother's phone. Yeah. It's his phone. It's my brother's house. Same thing. It's his house. Good. So we have the next page. Let's look at first name is D, Mary. The surname is B, Harper. Yep, Harper. So B. And the occupation, the job is photographer. F. The address, A, 23 Simpson Street, Toronto, so in Canada. The place of birth, Australia. Married or single? C, she's single. That's personal information about Mary Harper. Family, remember we looked at vocab for family? So my father's mother is my grandmother. My aunt's, remember how we pronounce this one? My aunt's daughter is my cousin. Cousin. My father's brother is my uncle. My husband's mother is my mother-in-law. My brother from one different parent is my from one different parent, half. Half, because they're half blood. You can think of it that way. My mother's sister is my, yeah, aunt. Everyday verbs. Remember, we looked at very simple everyday verbs. So we have over 35 million people live in Canada. 58% of the population speaks, because remember it's they, speak, there's no S, because they speak. So 58% of the population speak English as their first language, and 22% speak, again, yep, speak French. 30 million Canadian people have a mobile phone. 14% of the population work. Over 80% of Canadians use the internet. So very easy everyday verbs in the present simple. I'm giving you facts, true information about what is happening now. To be, remember M is are in the present. So John isn't, that's with a negative. American, he's from Kenya. Hi, my name is. We are photographers. Yep, plural. It's a great job. I am married to Simon and we have a son. They are the same age. He's 28 and she's 29. I'm from England, but I aren't. Aren't. Good. Questions. Remember, you must start not with the subject, but with the verb or with one of the W's. So number 1, what's your name? Number 2, she is from the, no, sorry, no, not she, because it's a question. Is she from the USA? Number 3, are, yep, are, so are they married or single? Don't forget to put a question mark. 4, it starts with a H. How old? How old are you? Yep, remember, always connect. How old, how much, how many, how long. And then the verb and then you, the subject. Number 5, what's his job? Starts with a W. Question with a W. What's his job? And it has the possessive, his. Not what's he job, because there's a noun, job, not a verb. So what's his job? Question with a W, possessive, noun. Okay, circle the correct one. What's his name? My wife's.
Right.
Because they have is, yes, my wife is, sorry, my wife's, it should be my wife's name is Charlotte. So you have to cross off my wife is name. No, you have to cross off the is. It should be my wife's name. So my wife's name is Charlotte. Remember to capitalize names of people, names of buildings, names of the week, many things, names of mountains, of places. 3? Yeah. We are from Japan. It's an affirmative. It's just information. It's not a question. It's not a negative. Number 4, we have a noun. Their cousin is an explorer. So we understand why it's there. Mark and Catherine's. Because remember, it means their. Mark and Catherine, their home, hey Ronan, is in New Zealand. And then the number 6, because it's a noun. My stepsister is a teacher. Good. The next page. Okay, looks like we have information about someone. So I'll just make the screen smaller. So extra materials. extension. We just got all the way up to this page. Okay, so hi. My name's Yvonne Nash. I'm American. So remember to be when we talk about nationality, country. So I am American, I'm American, but I'm not in the USA very often because I travel all the time. How old am I? I'm 34. My wife, Adela, and I are similar in many ways. She is an explorer. She's from the same town as me, but she's in East Africa now. I'm in New Zealand for 2 weeks, but I'm not here for work. I'm on holiday. In Australia, we say holidays. I'm on holidays, but we'll just go with the example. I'm on holidays. I'm on holiday with my 2 daughters. Adela's, and that's his wife's name, I think. Is that right? Yep. So Adela's, it means her. Adela's sister and her husband? No. Sorry. So Adela's, I'm on my 2 daughters. My number 10. Number 10. No, I think my sister, yeah, my sister and her husband. My sister and her husband live in Auckland. Something son, number 12. Their son and our children are great friends. Okay, so I hope you followed that well. Lots of subjects and possessive, the verb to be. So you can imagine when we use the verb to be, imagine speaking to someone in the moment and they're asking you, what do you do? Where is your family? You know, you're telling people information. That's when we use to be. It's in the present, it's information now. And we always say, my sister and I, my friend and I, not my friend and me. If you put the name of the person first, then it's and I. Maria and I. Okay, number 2, complete the New Zealand immigration form for Ivor. What's his first name? Ivor. What's his surname? Nash. What's his age? Yep. What's his place of birth? I would say USA because he says I'm American. Yeah, USA. That's where he was born. What's his job? Explorer. And is he married or single? Married. What was the reason? Purpose means the reason. What was the reason for his trip? Holiday. Good. Okay, what questions does the custom officer, the person at the airport, ask for each part of the immigration form? So 1 to 7, let's make them into a question. So I'll give you the first one. The first one is, what is your first name? So what is your first name? The second question, what is your surname? How old are you? Where were you born? Or we could say, where is your place of birth? Or where is your place? Where of birth? Where is your place of birth? I like this one. Where were you born? That's very common. You'll hear many people speaking in casual conversation. Oh, wow, where were you born? So where were you born? That's very common to say that. A question for number 5. What is your job or occupation? Yes. What's your address? No, because we didn't ask. Number 6. Yeah. Yeah, or what is your marital status? Or, yes, we can say, are you married or single? But this one's more polite because maybe the person is not married and they're not single. Maybe they're divorced, separated, widowed. Maybe their partner has passed away. So it's more nice to just say, what is your marital status? And the last question, what is the purpose for your trip? Like, why are you traveling? Or if you want, why are you traveling? Yeah, what is the purpose for your trip? It means, why are you traveling? What's the reason why? Okay, you are at the airport in Auckland, New Zealand. So complete this. I'll give you 1 minute. Information for you, number 5. Yes. Yep. Okay, let's do, because we want to get as much practice before the test. Let's go to the next page. So it says first name, Mike. Number 2, surname. Number 3, place of birth, Wales. Number 4, job, photographer, explorer. Number 5, married or single, and he says married. Okay, family vocab. Who's your mother's brother? That's your uncle. Who's your brother's daughter? Niece. Yep, niece. Who's your wife's father? Who's your wife's father? Yep, father-in-law. Who's your wife's, who's your father's brother's son? Who's your father's brother's son? Your cousin? Yep. Who's your mother's mother? Grandmother? Who's your mother's new husband? Stepfather. Who's your mother's new husband's daughter? Well, I have to think. Which one? Half sister? Let me just check that. Who's your mother's new husband's daughter? Step, because it doesn't look like, it's not blood. Who's your mother's new husband's daughter? So this child was already before your mum and dad, your mum and this other man. So it's your stepsister. You don't share the same parent. Who's your sister's son? Nephew. Okay, I know that was a little bit hard. I had to think about some of them. But I hope you understand the connection of the family. Okay, everyday verbs. Wales is in the United Kingdom. Over 3 million people live. Yep, live. %23 of the population speak English and Welsh too. Only 2% of the population work in agriculture. Over 85% of Welsh people have a mobile phone. 64% of Welsh use the internet at home. 2 more minutes. Let's finish number 4. Hi, my name's Nicole and I'm Canadian. Number 2. So no, Steve isn't American. Yeah. He is. Yeah, we have to do this one. His from, Oxford in the UK. So it's he is, but because I only have that option, I have to connect he, and it's a connection of he and is, his from Oxford. Number 3, we, so subject, we, you need a verb. Are, is that what you said? Yes, but because we only have the option Yes, so we're explorers. It's an interesting job. They aren't the same age. He's 24 and she's 27. Yep. So they aren't. They are not. So we have to use this one. Subject, they, then the verb, and then the negative if you need to add a negative. But we can connect the verb and the negative. They aren't. Number 5, I am from Ireland, but I'm not there at the moment. ATM at the moment. Okay, so we'll finish here. And we're very close. Let's quickly finish this and then we'll have a break. So the possessive adjective subjects, I, you, he, she, it, we, they. You have to be able to say it just as quick as that. Subject, pronoun, you use it with an action. I live in Australia. I am Laila. I love whatever. Possessive adjective is when I talk about a noun or how are you?
Hi. I seem
Yes.
to be locked out of 6. Do you have access to it?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I've got to put this on my desk.
Yeah, do you want to take my key and then?
Please. Sorry.
6 is a code.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a code, yeah. Are you you're from here?
Yeah. I've been training on 5.
Okay.
And the new format of course. Hello everyone. Hello. I'm John.
Very interesting. We were just talking about introduction. See, the very perfect timing you came in.
I can give you a introduction in many languages. English,
Oh.
for English, Australian. That's different. Yeah. Yes. So I just need to drop this upstairs. No. Yeah, because usually I'm gone by 3. So very good. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Very good. Thank you very much.
Okay, so possessive adjectives, my, what were they? My, your, I'm just going to copy it from before. So my, your, his, her, its, our, their. Possessive adjective. Number 6, the possessive, circle the possessive in the text. So my wife's, the first one, they did that one for us. My wife's brother's, that's is, my wife's brother is an explorer. He is from New Zealand and his name is Dan. Dan's, so that's the next one that we need to circle. Dan's, because that's saying his, you know, Dan, his father is also an explorer. Dan and his father Tom work in Egypt. Tom's, we need to circle this one because it's saying his, not is, it's his. Tom, you can see that there's a noun. Tom's photos are amazing and Dan is a great photographer too. So only circle two, this Dan and this Tom's. That's it. That brings us to the end of extra materials, brings us to a break. What happens after the break? The test. Who was excited? Wow, I like that. Extra points. Was that you, David? Extra points for your enthusiasm for the test. Amazing. So Solange, see you Monday maybe. I'm going to close because we've finished the lesson for today. So have a good weekend, Solange, and we'll continue next time. See you. Bye.